Today on District Wire News, DC students hold a lie-in at the White House for the victims of the Florida school shooting in hopes of changing gun laws.
And later, hundreds of people in Laurel, Maryland are without water and electricity after a gas outage. Today is day 5 for residents and they're looking for answers. We'll have the full story. District Wire News starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Takira Boston.
And I'm Japera Ellison.
Students are taking a stand for gun reform. A local high school group organized a lie-in in front of the White House to show respect for the students that died in the Parkville High School shooting last Wednesday. District Wire News' Courtney Lee reports.
47, Rachel Scott, 17.
Lying down to take a stand. Local teens are lying down in front of the White House today in protest of gun laws. The group Teens for Gun Reform is reacting to the recent school shooting in Florida that killed 17 students. The group will lie down in front of the White House for 3 minutes to symbolize how long it takes someone in America to buy a gun.
Well, the purpose of this event is to represent and honor the victims of the shooting with the lie-in, and we just want to send the message to the government that change needs to happen now and that politicians can't keep making promises that never happen.
Many politicians have been tweeting about the tragic event, but people don't think that is enough. They are tired of the thoughts and prayers from the government and want action.
I think that it's disrespectful to just say that an apology won't do anything at all.
It started out as 17 students lying down, ended up with over 50 participants. Students at the rally want the government to know that this is an issue that will no longer be tolerated.
Hope the government sees that young people care about this issue and we're not going to stay silent any longer about this tragedy that's going on.
Courtney Lee, District Wire News.
A Clarksburg High School student is being charged with possession of a gun and will be held without bond. 18-year-old Alwyn Chen was pulled out of class and arrested Thursday after police received word that a student was in possession of a weapon. Chen told the police he had a gun in his backpack and a knife in his shirt pocket. More information is expected to be released at his bond hearing review on Tuesday.
13 Russian nationals have been indicted in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation of Russian collusion in the 2016 presidential election. The Russian nationals are being charged for meddling in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Deputy Attorney General Rod Ronstein made the indictment announcement. It alleges that Russians were manipulating candidate information and operating social media accounts as American citizens. This began as early as 2014. Rosenstein said Russians were conducting what they called information warfare against the U.S. political system.
The TransCanada Corporation's agenda to build a natural gas pipeline under the Potomac River has come to a halt. The state of Maryland has asked the Army Corps of Engineers to not give the project a permit until the state review is completed. The state identified potential water quality and public interest factors that could warrant special permission for the project to happen. The 3.4-mile natural gas pipeline would stretch from Pennsylvania to West Virginia.
Trump administration tech advisor Reed Cordish is stepping down. Cordish helped shape the president's trillion-dollar infrastructure plan. Cordish will be returning to his family's real estate company in Maryland. He will be replaced by Brooke Rollin, a former ethics advisor to Texas Governor Rick Perry.
The top education aide to Mayor Muriel Bowser is resigning. An announcement last Friday says Jennifer Niles helped the public schools chancellor Antoine Wilson bypass the city's lottery system to secure a coveted slot for his teenage daughter at a top high school. Bowser disclosed the transfer of Chancellor Wilson's daughter had broken a policy banning preferential treatment for the children of government officials. The chancellor wrote that just months earlier.
Hundreds of Laurel residents are unable to take a hot shower, cook, or even heat up their homes. Today marks the 5th day residents are without gas, and they're asking the question, what's taking so long? District Wire News reports. Ashley Briggs has the story.
Drills, utility trucks, and dozens of workers invaded the homes of some Laurel residents.
Super inconvenient, super irritating.
A water line broke and dismantled gas service last week. Residents are frustrated with the delayed repairs. Some say
it's getting old. You know, the first day or two we could cope. It's been since last Thursday, but now it's like, come on.
today marks the 5th day residents are without gas, but crews from all over the state have been working to fix the gas line. Baltimore Gas and Electric says over 400 customers needs their gas pipes repaired. Inside of the gas pipes are compacted mud and water. BGE employees will have to drain, clean, and repair the pipes before the system is restored. Some residents say BGE is doing a good job at repairing the water line.
It is sort of nice to see the zillions of BGE trucks driving around, so you can tell they're actually trying to fix the problem.
While other residents are worried about their next gas bill.
I don't even want to think about that part of it. Yeah.
BGE is expected to fix the repairs by Tuesday. Until then, the city opened its community center for residents to take a hot shower and to stay warm. For District Wire News, I'm Ashley Briggs.
Former Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney is officially running for a U.S. Senate seat in Utah. The former Massachusetts governor is a Utah native. He plans to make a strong economy and bring balanced budgets to the state. Romney says he's running because Utah has a lot to teach the politicians in Washington.
Today is the third Monday of February, which means it's President's Day. D.C. is abuzz with tourists and protesters alike, flourishing to the nation's capital for the holiday. Even with the rain and cold, hundreds of people gathered in front of the White House to condemn the president with signs and chants of disapproval. Students from the Muslim Youth Association were present to answer questions and speak with the crowd.
You know, it's good to get, especially now in today's day, it's good to get the word out since the threat against Muslims is kind of growing a bit in the United States, a bit.
Trump supporters, on the other hand, are very enthusiastic about the holiday. They have been calling for Americans to send him President's Day cards, while President Trump and the Republican Party are celebrating the holiday with a huge sale on Make America Great Again merchandise on his online store.
Former Trump campaign aide Rick Gates will plead guilty to fraud in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. Gates will testify against President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort. Gates pleaded not guilty in October to a host of charges, including money laundering. The plea is expected to be presented in federal court later this week and could produce potential sentencing. Gates is the third cooperating witness to plead guilty in the Mueller investigation, along with former Trump campaign aide manager George Papadopoulos and security advisor Michael Flynn.
After the break, more Metro Rail maintenance. Throughout this week, parts of the red, green, yellow, orange, and silver lines will be silver tracking. Find out which stations may affect your evening commute.
And 2018 is the year of the dog. Stay tuned to find out how DC residents are celebrating the Chinese New Year. We'll have more after the break.